Hi, I want to share this Yorkshire pudding modified recipe that I do to make bread, a gluten-free, wheat-free bread. I have to avoid wheat for health reasons. It causes an inflammation, and I've been really bad for the last week. I've been having bread, some sort of wheat every day, and it causes all sorts of other things, but I can definitely feel it in my knees, getting up and down, using stairs. So I need to make something that will help me get past that desire, because I love breads, I love pasta. So the Yorkshire pudding is, the normal recipe is 2 beaten eggs, but there's 3 here because these are small eggs from our first year laying hens. And I'm going to add a little bit more than what the recipe calls for. And 1 cup of milk, half a teaspoon of salt, I'm using sea salt, but whatever you like using. Now it's 1 cup of flour. I've got a bunch of gluten-free flour, and can't remember the brand name. And this is how it's supposed to look, except for the additional egg. You get a batter for this pudding. And you're supposed to use dripping, about a 1/4 cup heated already in the container. Normally I use a round baking, like a cake pan or a casserole, but I'm using a bread loaf pan. And here's what I do. I can either add extra of the gluten-free, another cup. So I'm doubling the flour. So this is a 1/3 cup measuring, so 3 of these. So it's another of instant oatmeal. I got it in that bag because that's from camping, and I still hadn't cleared out everything. Ooh, messy, messy, messy. See? It's runny. It's more like a pancake batter than when we think of a bread. Now the mini oven is preheated to the 450 degrees. And about a 1/4 cup of actually tallow, some beef fat that I've had rendered, that I've saved. Let's see. I love that there's no baking soda, there's no baking powder, no yeast, no time. You just mix it up. So it's 45 minutes. Oh, sorry about that. For 10 minutes, and then it's 350 Fahrenheit for 10 to 15 minutes. And it takes a little bit of playing, a little bit longer, because I did add extra to the batter. So in the meanwhile, let me show you this. 3 weeks ago, I cut this from the garden, and I put it into a vase, the Perilla, and it did not, it got all wimpy and stuff because it closed up really fast. So I cut open the stems again and put it back into the jar, and it perked right up. And we were just harvesting and eating, and it's been in this thing for 3 weeks, and I didn't do anything. I let the water run out as the leaves started browning and falling off. So I realized it's rooting. So I put water back in there, and it perked back up, and it's still, some of the leaves are sacrificed. But it's actually, it smells so good. But I'm going to go out there and cut some more because it was very convenient. The Perilla, I've mentioned in some of the gardening things that if I wash it, if I just pluck a leaf off and wash it and get it prepped for use, it will oxidize. if I don't, eat it right away, it will oxidize and turn brown and not be so pretty looking. In fact, this can go into my tea, naturally dried. So leaving it like this gives us access to very fresh perilla leaves. Oh, that just came right off. So I just wanted to share that while we're waiting for the bread. Now to go to 350, I'm going to do 20 minutes on the timer because if I forget, that should be about right, maybe a little bit longer. I'll check when it dings. Total time was 25 minutes on 350, and there was still a lot of the fat bubbling, so I poured that off. Still got some in there. This loaf really fought me getting out of the pan. I should have waited a little bit longer and let it cool off, but it's dinner time. This is a lot more moist, more like a banana bread, one of those types. It's really good. Texturally, it's not like regular sandwich bread, and it's certainly not like the gluten-free breads you buy at the store. But you see, it didn't rise much. I probably should have doubled that recipe and increased the cooking time, of course. Thanks for watching.